Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
We're back here on Rutherford Issues, and we are powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. If you've recently changed your phone number or maybe your email address, be sure to update your information at mte.com. That's the best way for MTE to reach you with important outage information, billing information. Maybe the bill got lost in the mail, and then you forgot to pay, and then they said, oh, by the way, you need to pay. Not that that's happened to anyone that I know. Welcome back into the show. Jennifer Sanchez from Steered Straight and Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift joins us. I'm sure that never happens to you. You're very organized.
I am very organized, but yep, that's happened at least once. But I learned from my mistakes. It's probably happened at least once.
Yeah.
I can recall many years ago doing that on accident.
I have a method, go to the mailbox. I have in my home office, I've got a little slot, and that's for bills to pay.
Yeah.
And I just put it right there. But, every now and then something gets lost in the mail.
Something does. Or the most annoying bill right now is I can't schedule it. For some reason, I can't pre-schedule a couple of big ones. Like, I think it's either our heat or our water. I can't remember what it is in Bedford County, but like I can't, because I actually sit down every other Monday and I go through my bills. But like those bills, I have to like remember to go sit down, go to the computer on that day
and pay them
and pay on that day. So I wish I could schedule that. Like I love scheduling. Mm-hmm. So I've missed that one a couple times or two because of, I went, oh crud, it's the 30th. Uh-oh.
It happens.
It happens.
And then you've got, bills at the store. And then when you get those done and all that, it's like, okay, which one did I pay? Did I pay my home? Did I pay? Yeah. So
I know.
It's all a thing.
It is.
So Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift. The store is on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. It's right before you get to the intersection with Middle Tennessee Boulevard. And for those long timers here, if you know where LDAG had AG Sporting Goods, well, that's where you'll find Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift. I tell you, I don't know why it comes in spurts, but I see Michael on my Facebook feed like every day now. I don't know if he's doing more now or what, but I don't want to say that it's interesting to be able to follow along with his health journey, but he's doing a lot of good telling people and walking people through that, and I appreciate that about him. Mm-hmm. That's a vulnerability that not a lot of people would be doing.
Yeah. Well, he is definitely an open book.
Yes, he is.
So he is very much so. I am not surprised on how he's taking all this and opening himself up to the world on it. I think it just I agree on. I don't think he's necessarily posting more. I think more people are commenting on the post, and of course that kind of goes up on the feed when people are commenting or liking it or whatever they need to say on it. So I think that is a little bit of a drive to it, just because of obviously contact of it. Not that when he would talk about the schools or what was going on here and there was less than, but obviously this is new and it's health and it's very concerning. Yeah. So I think there's just a lot more people who are concerned for him.
Seemingly, yeah. I mean, and that's the way those algorithms work and all that kind of stuff. As a small business manager, you have to know that stuff, right?
I do. I was like, I have an answer for this.
Yes, yes. So, well, I know that it doesn't seem to have slowed him down that much to getting out to the schools. That's his passion. He's going to do that if he has to crawl there.
He will. He'll crawl there. Gosh. Yep. Yep. Just yep. Yeah, that he will not stop. Someone will tell him that he needs to rest or he's going to die, and he'll be like, no, there's a school tomorrow, and he probably would still go. So he does not know he does not know defeat. He does not, I mean, not in this world anyway, maybe once upon a time when he did some bad things, but
Sure.
he does not know defeat today. And he is living. He is the definition of living for sure. Not just surviving and thriving. He is living.
And the message is important. You hear every day, we're finding new discoveries about what the chemicals in the vape mixtures that are out there. Mm-hmm. And it's every bright color that they come in, and every, watermelon passion fruit scents that they have and smell and aroma. It's all a big marketing thing, isn't it?
It is. And that was intentional. So when they realized back in the early 90s that smoking was on the decline because of the heart health campaign that was going on, smoking was on the decline, and cigarette companies were going, oh crud, what do we do? Can we ramp this back up again? And they came up with vaping. Some evil little mind came up with vaping, and the first thing that they targeted was senses, smells. So they went out and just put it out, and it was all towards not adults, but teenagers and 20-somethings. What scent appeals to you the most? Do you like the scent of bubble gum? Do you like the scent of banana? So that was how it all got started in the early 90s of the scents. Mm-hmm. And they didn't say it was connected to a vaping pen that could cause cancer in your brain later in life. Of course not. But they were just out there saying, here, what scent is attracted to you? And that's how they kind of figured out what to market. And then when they finally rolled out with vaping, that's why vaping wasn't just clear or nothing. Vaping came out with flavors and senses. So, and even my youngest, we walked by, and typically I hold my breath as soon as somebody blows that crap out. But my son got it, and he goes, why does that smell good and bad? I said, exactly, to get you, honey. So, and that's what it was. It was to get the kids. And they started that in the early 90s, and they knew exactly what they were doing. Interesting
that he said good and bad, because a lot of people would have just said, what makes that smell so good? He wouldn't have noticed. They wouldn't have noticed the bad.
I think it's because we don't smoke in our house.
Right.
I mean, so I think he realized it was bad because there was a puff of smoke that was being blown out. Mm-hmm. So he's probably going, why does it smell good, but it's a puff of smoke? Mm-hmm. He said that, he's probably around 12 or 13. It was a few years ago when he made that comment to us when we were walking by. And I think it was like bubble gum or something like that I remember in that moment. But yeah, I think he knew it was bad because it was smoke coming out, but why does it smell good?
It's obvious where the marketing is in that too. Even here in Rutherford County, I'm sure we've all heard of Toys R Us. Now they don't exist anymore, mm-hmm. but that same type of signage and even part of that name is being used at a vape place.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it's
they do it all on purpose. It's all on purpose. Even the candies that have got what is it? The
THC.
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, the gummies that they make the Skittles bag look like a Skittles bag, but there's something like the S is just different. So all of the bag looks like a Skittles bag, but maybe the S is different, or they used a different color. So they make it so slight, so tweak that a mom or dad walking by would just think it was a bag of Skittles.
Or a teacher in the school.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Absolutely. So an adult walking by would just think it's Skittles, or even gummy bears. They've done the same thing with that too. Again, they just change a lettering to make the T look different or the S look different. So they tweak it just right where they're not infringing on what are the rights or the publishing rights of that brand, but it's enough for if you just walk by and just saw a thing as the red bag of little fruit thing, you think it's Skittles. So you keep walking by, but no, it's It's laced with something. It's all intentional. It's all to get our kids. It's all to get everything is out to get our kids. Isn't that amazing? Just that because they're growing. They don't know. They don't know what we know today. And just, it is so sad. It's so sad that it's all out, because none of this is towards a 40-something-year-old, because I could care less. Or, but it's marketing towards kids, and they want the kids, because once you get a kid hooked, you've got a payer for life.
When they're in their 40s, they're still paying for that.
They're still paying for it. Yeah.
If you want to see the impact of what Steered Straight is doing when they meet in schools all across this country, I'd encourage you to follow Michael daily on Facebook. And every day he's posting a photo, and he'll show a photo of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different things. And he says, well, there's even more where this came from that he collects during these assemblies. And these are kids that are coming up. So if you think, well, not my kids or not this area, you're wrong. You're
wrong. And it's really sad. There's actually schools that have said no to them because the principal or the vice principal has said that's not happening in my school. So they're actually that naive to think that it's not even if there is a kid in your school, it's happening. It is happening. And it might not happen widely. You might not have a huge problem with it, but I promise you there is a kid or two still doing it. And then in some schools, they don't care. Then there's a lot of kids doing it.
Yeah. Well, especially at a middle school thing, if it's 10%, what is it going to be by the time that group gets to high school?
Absolutely. And it's really sad. It's sad that they've had to come up with vape detectors. So I know a school in Clarksville, because their vaping was so bad in the bathrooms, that they actually had a vape detector put in there. So it looks like a smoke detector, but it's a vape detector. So that's even coming out in schools in the bathrooms, because vaping is just so bad. And I've got a family member. She did it. And then she got one that was laced. And she got really sick. And then that's how her mom found out. She ended up in the hospital for that. So I've got even a family member that I had to go and yell at. So, yes, don't ever think it's not happening in your family. It happened in mine. And don't think that there is no school that is perfect out there. Because if you are born and you're a human, guess what? Yeah. You are not perfect and you sin.
That is true. True.
Yeah.
Jennifer Sanchez is with Steered Straight and Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift. Steered Straight based here in Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, and then all out in our community, around the state, around the southeast, around the country, spreading this word. And the thrift store helps to fund Steered Straight and the ministry. I mean, it's everything goes right back into the Steered Straight, right?
It does, because he doesn't want to leave any school behind. And so that's his biggest thing. Some schools have money, some schools don't. And so once they get a school that's booked, they start calling around that area saying, hey, this is coming to this school. This is the assembly. Are you guys interested? And if the school says, yeah, gosh, that would be great, but we just don't have the funds for it, guess what? They will still go there, because our profit goes to keeping him out there. Absolutely. And it's now more than ever, because he's not able to hit as many schools as he normally does, because he has to have treatments now in between. So it is crucial.
Yeah. It is definitely crucial to help keep this going and continuing. So at the store, I mean, we always see in a transition of season, so it seemed like that we just flipped the switch all of a sudden to spring, right?
We did.
But if you're thinking, it might be good to get some jackets and store them for the winter, and kids are growing, and you've got all of that stuff on sale right now or coming up.
I do. So all my jackets and coats and kids' clothes right now are 30% off. Because that's kind of my abundance right now. So, and I know we had some lovely 70 and 80 degree days, but I did see next week.
I know.
Did you see next week?
I did.
Oh my gosh. We're we're coming into our third winter. So winter is coming again.
It's the last gasp.
It is. So yes, right now I do have jackets and coats, and kids' clothes are 30% off. And then next week we will definitely have the bigger push on all of our clothes, on all of our shoes, because it'll be the coldest. So next week, when it's going to be the coldest, when it hits to our third winter for us, I will have that all on sale again, because the following week,
because it's all got to go, right?
It is. It's all got to go. And the following week, we'll have spring clothes. So spring better hit here and stay.
I mean, you basically have no room to continue to store this for a whole season and come back next winter and bring it out. So that's why you have to get it
We
gone.
do. We've got to get it sold. We do pass on. So at the very end, whatever clothes that are left over, because we'll eventually have dollar stuff, racks and everything like that, just to keep pushing. But at some point, I've got to push the rest of it on. So I do keep giving. So we don't throw things away unless it is broken or the bag smells like mildew. That's the only reason why we throw stuff away. Otherwise, it is passed on to another ministry. So we keep giving here within Tennessee. So it's not even going outside of Tennessee. The stuff keeps going. I believe we give to AMVET, and also there's a couple of companies in Smyrna. So in Nashville, we keep giving here to our area.
That's awesome. So end of winter sale next week. Come in.
Yes.
Get your stuff.
Absolutely. Yes. But please still shop this week. I still have a few things on sale this week, and Easter's being set today.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about. So when you say it's being set, that means you're going to put it all out?
So our upfront display that we always change out to whatever is coming up next. Right now we had a cat dog theme that was up there that went really, really well. It's pretty much all gone. So we're going to take that all down, and we're putting up Easter. So all of our Easter stuff is coming out. So it'll all be set by this afternoon. And we do have also some St. Patrick's stuff, which is
awesome.
Next Tuesday.
And so be sure to get out, support Steered Straight and Steered Straight 2, Furniture and Thrift. And if you have donations, you can bring those by. Or if it's a lot of things, or maybe you're having a yard sale this spring, and when things are done, you can come out and schedule a time to bring the truck, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Please give me a call.
And tell us where we can find you.
I'm at 1007 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, and my phone number is 615-896-5730.
Well, it is often our time goes by. I looked up and it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to wrap up. But always good to have you.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming in, and give Michael our best and let him know that we're thinking about him. And
absolutely.
Keep the good fight going.
Absolutely.
Jennifer Sanchez joining today. If you missed part of our conversation, we'll have it up on the podcast. You will not want to miss it there. Check WGNSradio.com. Okay. And then go under the podcast section and then tap on Rutherford Issues. Can't miss it. And that's where you'll find all of the information from today's show. For Jennifer and our whole crew here, thanks for joining us. Until next time, take care out there.